YouTube. Hold on. I gotta do this here. YouTube. Oh man. As you can see, I'm home. I'm in my own thing here. I had to do me a little road test today. So, let me tell you guys, this might be a part 1 and a part 2-er. Since that very last video of the very last video I shot of me complaining. Y'all know I like to complain. I ain't never been a stranger to it. That same day I said that I was going to shoot a video of me getting loaded and unloaded at this place. So I started heading over there. As soon as I hung up, as soon as I deleted that, uploaded that video, ended that video, I get messages popping up on my driver tech talking about some, they just snatched me off my route. I had to empty, headed to the pickup, snatched me off my route, gave me something else, sending me to, I don't even remember. Somewhere that I ain't had no business going. That wasn't according to plans. So I immediately pull over, call my dispatcher. He at lunch. Everybody's at lunch. So I told him I'll wait. They tried to help me, but I said, no, there's no need for you to get my attitude because you haven't done anything to me. So I'd rather wait until they come off for lunch. Well, this guy must have called them anyway. Called not the fleet manager, but the fleet owner. He called me. Oh, Anthony, I don't know why they did that, but I fixed it. He knew. Because he knew that listen, that conversation wouldn't have went well if they didn't put me back on my route. So he fixed it, got me back on my route. Wasted a half an hour or so of my time messing with me. He said, oh, the planners, they did something. I said, all right, whatever. As long as it's fixed, I ain't really had too much of a conversation. I didn't care. Once he told me he put me back, I really didn't have nothing to say. It wasn't no reason to go crazy or anything like that. But when I picked my empty up, Us Xpress has an issue with addresses. They just send you an address and you're not even supposed to go there. Okay? You may go to they may send you an address. Damn, this girl look good as hell. Yeah. They send you an address and it's not even the place you're supposed to go. You got to go a half hour away. Every time, all week long, all the time they do it, not only to me, but they do it to other people. That takes at least an hour out of your day. Because you got to sit there, figure out where you're supposed to be, go in there, sit there, wait for somebody to speak to you, and then you got to find out where you're really supposed to go, and then you got to get there. That can snatch an easy hour out of your day, man. It happened to me that same day twice. Picking up my empty, wrong place. Sat there for half an hour, trying to figure out where my empty is. And then once we found out where it was, then I had to get there. Then when I picked up my empty and I did all that stuff with figuring out my load, when they switched my load, that took another half hour from me. Then, once I got there, I pulled in. Some dude was coming. He said, yo, you coming to pick up? I said, yeah. He said, you in the wrong place. That place all the way down the other end. Yo, another hour. And then the place was tight. I couldn't even turn around. Luckily, I got me some backing skills. Or somebody else would have been in a serious predicament, man. No kind of respect, man. No kind of respect, US Express, man. No respect for the drivers and their time. All right? I ain't say nothing. I ain't even call. I ain't complaining nothing. I just deal with it. Ain't no point in complaining about every damn thing. But you just note it. You just put it on the list and keep, just put it on the list. I just adding up all my stuff, man. Adding up all my problems. All my issues that I keep having. Look at this dumbass. He gonna take up 2 lanes. Come on, man. All my problems, everything I have. Let me tell you something. 33 cents a mile with 2,000 miles a week is only 600. Let's just say after taxes with your health insurance, you're only at about $400 and something after taxes. All right? And that's if you hit 2,000 miles. I was out there for the experience. Okay? I wasn't out there for career. I knew I wasn't going to stay out there long for, years or not like that, just to get my experience. So I wouldn't have any trouble with local because I got hazmat, tanker, all this stuff. And actually tomorrow I'm going to get my doubles and triples. I really have no intentions on driving doubles and triples, but it just looks good. I called my dispatcher. I said enough is enough. I did my last load. I took it to Chester town, Maryland. Sat there, think about it. And I said, you know what? Enough is enough, man. I'm out of here. I called my dispatcher. I could have waited until the end of the week. I could have waited till Friday when I was going home. But I didn't want to. They agitate me so much. The money isn't worth the agitation. And the experience isn't worth it. Because you can't be out there stressed out. And you can't go home. Listen, I took a very large pay cut. My fault. My fault when I left Pepsi. But I went from $1,400 a week to this. And I'm not making no money. Okay? So I called my dispatcher. I had a load going to New York. I called my dispatcher. I said, yo, route me home, man. I'm done. It's been so many issues. He didn't even argue with me. And besides that, I already told him I was going to quit eventually anyway. Because you people are pissing me off too much. And I'll give you guys half of the story, really. I don't give you guys all my problems. I give you the main stuff that I know that a lot of you guys are going to have to deal with. That I know you're going to deal with. So, and then some of the stuff, it's a whatever. You may deal with it, you may not. Now, I turned my truck and I said, I'm done. He didn't even argue. He didn't say why. He just said, okay, man, I'll route you home. So they gave me an empty trailer and they routed me home. They routed me back to Shippensburg. Just to get off topic just for 1 second, I was supposed to take this empty over to another Monrovia, Maryland. Dropped the empty off, and that was going towards Shippensburg. I didn't realize that I had to take this empty back over this Bay Bridge. It was extremely windy and rainy coming over that bridge, where the winds were 60 miles an hour. I honestly thought I was going to die coming over that bridge. I ain't going to lie to you. I literally had to do 15 miles an hour coming over that bridge. And after that, the other bridges, they said that if you have an empty trailer, you're not allowed to come over the bridges. That's how bad it got. I literally had to do like 15 miles an hour. And at some points I had to stop when the wind pushed real hard. Luckily, it had a middle lane. If it didn't have a middle lane, and I knew it didn't have a middle lane, I would have, I'm sorry about the light, y'all. The sun. If it didn't have a middle lane, I would have turned that truck around and I would have dropped that trailer back the other way and somebody else would have had to come and pick that trailer up another day. But it had a middle lane, so I was good. But that shit was scary. I ain't never been through that. I'm going to tell you what, that can break somebody, man. That type of thing right there, I'm telling you, if you guys were in that truck and you ever come across a bridge with that strong of wind and rain, pouring rain you can't see, yo, it's ridiculous. Outside of that, let me tell you this. So, you know, I got some other things going on, some other jobs and stuff like that. And stuff that I can take. There's a part-time position there's a full-time and part-time position at Snyder for Tanker that I can take. You're home every day. There's some other positions that I have and some hazmat jobs and stuff like that. But this is the funny part. This is even why I was going to do this video a little bit later. So I get a call from Us Xpress just now. I get a call from them. Mind you, I just went in Us Xpress because I was thinking about the dedicated accounts and not the loading accounts, not the unloading accounts, but the regular dedicated accounts. I was like 8th on the list, okay? I just went in there last week. I was 8th on the list. This type of account, people do not quit this account. It's called the Marmax account. People don't quit it. It goes from Virginia to Massachusetts and back. People don't quit this account. And now all of a sudden I quit and they call me the very next day for this position. Ain't that some shit? Listen, all this time, now y'all call me for this here position. Now, I had 8 people in front of me. About 8 people in front of me. We just went over this because I was standing right by the computer talking to the girl who handles the stuff, and I seen when she looked up my name and everything, seeing what was available and all this stuff. And she said, yeah, you got some people ahead of you and this and that. Now I quit. And they immediately send my information for the Marmax account. And she said, so, are you going to quit? What the hell do you mean am I going to quit? I ain't got no truck. I ain't got no truck. What you mean am I going to quit? I turned the damn truck in. So she asked me why and this and that, and I explained to her what was going on. And I know the Marmax account. The Marmax account, it pays 35 cents a mile. 35 cents a mile. And it's 2,400 miles a week. Guaranteed. It's the same route. 2,400 miles a week. I haven't done the math on that. See how much it really, how much it is. I don't know. But, yeah. 2,400 miles, 35 cents a mile. But I just thought that was very funny how all of a sudden they call me for this crap. And I just quit and I had all them people ahead of me. Us Xpress is nothing but a game, man. A big red game. That's all they are. Is a big ass red game, man. So I was talking to another driver. I ain't gonna go into his issues the issues that he was having. But it just reminded me how, constantly reminds me how everyone is having issues. And it's all the same issues, man. And I just told you guys, when you guys look into a company, you really gotta look. You can't just look and say, oh, everyone's going here, so this is where I'm gonna go. No, you gotta look. You gotta ask. And don't listen to no damn recruiter. Or talk to the drivers. Go to a love stop. Go to a truck stop and ask questions to the drivers. Ask them how they being treated. Ask them about their pay. Hopefully they're honest enough to tell you the truth, because some of them might be too embarrassed. Some of them might be like, I would just tell him this because I don't want him to think that I'm just, you know what I mean? Me, I ain't embarrassed. I'll tell it. It is what it is. You want to know why? Because I just quit. If I ain't getting what I'm supposed to be getting, I'm quitting. I don't give a shit about jumping companies. I'll leave. Because it's my bills, it's my life, and I have to make sure I'm okay. So now the Marmex account, would I go to it? I have no idea. Simply because, and I've already talked to her because about it when she talked to me when I was there, because I have to be home on the weekends. And if that account can't get me home on the weekends, then we got nothing to talk about. It has to get me home for Saturday and Sunday minimum. I can leave out Monday, but it has to get me home Saturday and Sunday. Guaranteed pay and miles. Let me say this. There's no such thing as guaranteed pay and miles. Everything's always liable to happen. Breakdown, anything. So it's just what they have to offer. And if you complete it, then this is what you'll get. So I want to go over something, but I'm going to wait till later today. I want you guys, and I think I did this, but I want to do it again. Because I had a conversation with someone about pay. And I want you guys to really think about what you're actually being paid while you're out here. You have to consider that. I'm going to go over the pay. And I want you to think, because sometimes we raise our expectations too high. I was one of them. I'm not saying there's no money out here, because there's plenty of money over the road at regional. And I'm going to go back over regional and over the road at Us Xpress. But there's plenty of money out here if you're with the right place. All right? A lot of things take into account. Dispatcher, company, you as a driver, you know, things like that. That's going to take into account on how much money you're actually going to make out here. But I'll talk to you about that later.